welcome to another episode of the podcast. Today, I'm going to be talking about how to prepare for interviews. Now, there are various interviews that people go for, and I think the same process still applies to all of them. Now, there are going to be four things I'm going to be talking today. Okay, five things I'm going to be talking to you about today when it comes to interviews. So I'll get into it. Now, the first thing is that you're going to look at researching about the company. Now, the company that you want to work, the proposed company you want to work for, you have to know a little bit about them. You need to go online, look out for their mission statement, their vision statement, who is the head of the organization, what year were they established. All these informations are very important because it shows that you do your own due diligence as regards the or your organization you're going for. You cannot want to go and work in an establishment without getting to know what they are or who they are. Things like about their, maybe they had their last accounts, the last little updates about them, sure. Don't go into an interview blind. You have to know one or two things. Even though you have somebody that works in the organization, do your own due diligence, you understand, to research about them, because most of the questions, if not 50% of the questions that they are going to ask you, are going to be relating to what you know about the organization you want to come and work for. Then the next thing you need to look out for is dressing well. Now, I've never seen anybody that has come for an interview that dressed well, that did not get a level of respect from the person that are going to be interviewing them. You never go wrong by dressing well. Once you dress well, it shows a level of many organizations don't just employ you for employing sake. You might be intelligent, but if you have poor hygiene, most of them might not really see you as someone they want to have in their establishment. Because apart from projecting, because the first thing that people look out for is how you are dressed. You understand? So most time when you're going to work in an organization, always make sure that you're going for an interview there. Dress well. You understand? Some persons, you find out that they're going for interview sometimes, especially when they are going Nigeria, here where they go to banks, they go and borrow suit from their colleagues or their brothers or sisters, because they know that first impression matters. You understand? Because initially, when you get the job, you can now save up and buy a suit for yourself, but pending that, you have to give them that impression that you will do your best to always look good when it comes to their organization. Then the next thing you need to do, this one has helped me back then, it helps you come early. Once you come early for interviews, automatically they take notes of that. I won an award that was some years back for coming early, for being punctual. What happened? I was the first person that got to that place. So the idea is that once you go early to an organization, you get to meet some persons. They might even give you some hints or tips or what you need to look out for. So that's one of the cheat codes of going for interviews. Go early. Be among the first of the persons that go there. So when they're setting up, like, this guy, you might even ask insider questions from the persons interviewing, because they are just expecting. They have not really formally worn that their mask of they want to interview you. They are in that position of listening to questions. You cannot say, sorry sir, please, I wanted to ask a question. No, I saw so and so on your side, but I was not clear about the day. Already, by doing that already, luckily for you, if you are lucky enough to find out that person that you asked that question by the person interviewing you, automatically it already says a long thing, like a good thing about you. Imagine you did a little research about the organization, you came early and you dressed well. Automatically, if that person that you asked that question is going to interview, automatically they might not ask you difficult questions as such, so you can get the job. So try as much as possible to come early when you come for interviews. Then the next thing you need to look out for is to be humble and confident. Being humble means that you put yourself in a position whereby you cannot act higher than the person that you're going to employ. Think about it. You cannot become arrogant on a job you haven't gotten. At the same time, you should not be timid. So you should be humble and confident. What that basically means is that that at the end of the day, you came here to apply for the job. It's only when somebody applies for only one job, you start getting this agitation and you feel that this is your last hope. No, you keep on, as you go for interviews, you begin to build the confidence that goes with it. So sometimes it's a function of the kind of interviews you go for. It builds your confidence. You understand? So humble in the sense that you're humble. You know that you're there to just come and tell them, know that you're the best fit for the organization, but at the same time be confident. Don't let them toss you around and start making you feel as if you don't know what you are doing. And last but not the least is do not act desperate. This is one of the best things that happens. Sometimes you might be a good fit for the organization, but the organization, especially the roles you are going for, you cannot be going for a sales and marketing role in an organization and you're acting very timid. They will not see you as that kind of person. Part of the requirements for the sales and marketing role is that you are confident for that position. Means people can throw questions at you from different angles. It's not about answering the question, but how you answer the questions, the confidence in which you answer questions. You understand? So don't act desperate in the sense that don't make it look as if you don't get that job there, you're a totally useless person. No, when you are given a job to do, or they are giving you a proposal like, okay, how much do you like to earn, you could throw it back on them and say, whatever the organization offers, that's what I will take. That's what whatever the organization offers on this job is what I the going rate. Yes, that's the idea. The going rate. When you say the going rate, basically it throws it back to them already. You do not have, so you don't want to go and shoot yourself in the foot by telling them an amount that's higher than the amount that they give. They already as an organization know the standard rate that that particular job position is giving in the marketplace. But it's like if you get them a number that is higher, they might want to beat it down. But because they are coming in for the first time, you don't really know how much it is well, how much they charge. You just tell them that the going rates for that particular position already. You have thrown the question back to them by letting them know now. Come, I do not know how much you earn, but I believe in your best judgment. You know what the organization offers. And if it looks as if there's no job vacancy or interview that you do or die, don't act desperate. Don't act as if I'm the firstborn of my family. There are many persons dependent on me. Nobody wants to employ somebody that has family problems with them. Even if you have a family problems, you keep it to yourself. Don't act desperate. Let them know that okay, you're a good fit for this job, but do not make them feel that you are desperate. When you make them feel they are desperate, they'll price you down, and then you have yourself to blame. If you like the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, share, and till meet in the next podcast. Take care. Bye bye.